straw for you. Dining and doodles at their best. Place your orders, be our guest. A burger with a sketch on side. In this diner, art and taste collide. Cheeseburger with a cartoon face. Milkshake drawings always ace. Fries and a portrait on the plate. This diner makes your spirits elevate. Yeah, dining and doodles at their best. Place your orders, be our guest. A burger with a sketch on side. In this diner, art and taste collide. In the corner near the fries, an artist plays with bright supplies. From landscapes to a dinosaur, we serve drawings you'll adore. Woo! Dining and doodles at their best. Place your orders, be our guest. A burger with a sketch on side. In this diner, art and taste collide.
And we are live. Welcome everybody for joining in tonight as we play. We don't play a game. We are drawing. We have been doing some drawing on stream for a little bit. And welcome everybody to join in. We had a request a while back on live stream to draw some original Sonic characters. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We are really going to be drawing some original Sonic characters. I don't know why I'm looking all the way over there. Let me fix this. Let's see here. I need to reset the position. There we go. There we go. I don't know why we were all the way over there. All right. Tonight we will be doing some original characters. But I wanted to show off. We dropped this last night before stream. I didn't say anything during stream. Witchin' 7. We've already got the top cover going for it. It will be continuing on from where it's been leaving off. It's grown in some popularity. Demon Blade's also grown in popularity, and Demon Blade issue 11, which you see, I can probably pull that one up too, because that one was done a couple weeks ago. So let's see, Demon Blade. I did not put it in there. Why did I not put it in there? Let's go here. Demon Blade 11 also will be coming out soon. Probably Demon Blade will hit before Witchin', but it'll be coming out soon as well. Those are the new chapters coming through. Both are having some pretty intensive arcs coming in story-wise. Demon Blade, of course, being more action-heavy coming up. Dropping a little bit of the comedy for more action, a little bit more romance as well. Witchin', however, will be more comedy and a little bit of action. Now, tonight, I chose 3 different animals, and out of my 3 choices for Sonic character creation, I didn't realize Quokkas already exist in the Sonic universe. Not only that, but we played that very game on stream. So, Barry the Conductor in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which we played as a joke game, apparently exists. But we're going to create our own Quokka. I don't agree with the concept, the design of Barry the Quokka, because it's not a Quokka. Quokkas are a chubby rodent. Alright, we need chubs. We need chubs, alright? So, Barry the Quokka, we're not having you. Go away. We're gonna go with our own Quokka. Now, we are following exactly what is on the web for how to design your Sonic character. I am not a huge Sonic fan. I have not done much with it. Ironically, I am of the first generation Sonic was pitched to. But I am not a Sonic character. But simply enough, most Sonic characters come down to 3 parts. The egg shape, the head, the arms, and the hands. So this is pretty much a quick sketch of how you do a Sonic character. Because they're not a typical, you know, so many heads tall character. And sometimes you got the head right here, it'll be a little bit bigger. So in case of Sonic, you're gonna do something like this. Big eyes. His hair and whatnot. Okay. So that's how we would do normally. Now, like I said, I don't like the concept of Billy as they exist. And there is a character we can use as a reference for how a Quokka probably would look like, and that is Biggs the Cat. Biggs the Cat is the chubby character, so I believe I'm gonna try and draw him from memory. I have played the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 games for the Dreamcast. I believe Biggs was kind of like this, with big old gloves and a fat leg. I believe this is Biggs. And Bill. We're going to kind of do something similar with Quokka. But while we draw them, we needed to think of another thing. That basically, Sonic characters have personalities. So when we draw the characters, we're going to need to think of personalities. So for our Quokka, I mean, it's easy. He's happy-go-lucky. That's what a Quokka is. He's, quote, the happiest animal out there. He's looking a little bit like Tom Nook a little bit here. I won't lie. They're giant. They're marsupials, but they're not exactly giant marsupials. They're giant rats, essentially. That have this very infectious smile about them, and I kind of want to do a little bit of a chub to them, but that's way too much chub. So maybe make him have a little bit of a chub there, and so our happy-go-lucky Quokka. I keep wanting to call it Quetzalcoatl, but it's a Quokka. Is here. They're gonna be a lot more, I guess, personality-wise, happy-go-lucky, but they've got to be able to survive in the games. So what would he do? He'd probably be more relaxed, chill, findable. You know, I search and find mission type quests. If I'm using Sonic 1 and 2 as references, not the original Sonic games, but Sonic 1 and 2 more, because I think that's more where people kind of get most Sonic games these days. They go from Sonic 1 or 2. They don't really go from OG Hedgehog, because there's not many of the side-scrollers left. We might play some of the side-scrollers in the on our Sunday stream, but we'll see. We'll see. The problem is Steam doesn't have it, so we'd have to get it for platforms. So
Get your pencils
the
ready,
key
let's
thing
start the
for
show.
the Quetzalcoatl, or
Here, time to let it flow. We'll sketch
Quo-
and laugh, won't you come along?
the Quokka
With
is the
every
smile.
stroke
You
we'll
gotta
sing
get the
our
smile.
song.
And if you don't get the smile, you're not gonna
Treble
get
draw, let
a
your
good Quokka.
imagination
And that's why I
soar.
kind of disagree with Barry's design.
Treble draw, bring art to every
And Sonic
door.
fans, you need some chubby characters, man.
No need to be perfect, just have some fun.
You got way too many
Treble
skinny
draw for
Sonic characters.
everyone.
So embrace the chubs. I'm not saying,
From
you know,
silly
fat is good,
doodles
but
to
they
masterpieces
exist.
bright, we'll
Don't
make
ignore them.
something special day and night. Colors explode with each new design. In Drive will draw, it's always
Let's give him
fun.
shoes. I'm trying to look at Sonic shoes right now from this
Treble draw,
little
let your
draw, so we can
imagination
do
soar.
something similar. I kind of want to do,
Treble draw, bring
a
art to
little-
every door.
since he's going to be a little more
No need to be perfect,
search and
just have
find.
some fun.
like.
So grab a brush or a pen or a crayon, make a mark any way you can. In this world of shapes and lines,
We'll do there.
you'll see creativity shine.
And as always, Dining and Doodles is our request show. This is a request. It was done live on stream a while back. We had somebody who requested they wanted us to draw an original Sonic character. You can have us draw one of the original characters. You can have us draw something that's pre-existing, as long as it's able to air on stream. I have to note that to people. I hate that I have to note that to people. You gotta think. Come on. He's gotta be able to draw it on stream. So I'm giving him a backpack. For searching. Let's give him a bit of a haircut there. And we are literally going to do these all from scratch today. So there's no, you're going to see the full process of developing these characters. So, the good or the bad. Later. Let's lock that. Got big noses. That's also another reason why Barry was kind of bad for a design for Quokka. Now, if you're wondering what the other character or other animals we're going to be doing, it's going to be a Ai, appropriately named in our sense, and a Shoebill. I chose these because these are just random characters that I was like, I wonder if they exist. And apparently, yes, the Quokka does exist. And we've already met them. They were an annoying conductor that was like, whatever, ignore him. And the Sonic murder game. So, try and do a Quokka that is not Barry. This is probably the easiest ones to do out of the group that we're going to be doing today. I think Shoebill is probably going to be the medium choice to do, and maybe the Ai is definitely going to be the harder one, because the Ai has got a very distinctive feature to his eyes. People ask me, it's like, oh, this is a good Sonic character, I don't freaking know. I never really cared for the Sonic games. Maybe I'm the reason why Sega doesn't have a system anymore. But I bought the Dreamcast twice. Mainly because I like the game Virtual On, but they got rid of it. They don't run it or release it anymore. That game kicked ass, in my opinion. Maybe give him a little bit of a muscle. fat muscle. So I'm looking at all these sort of OC characters that people have done, and most of these characters are like hedgehogs or variants thereof on hedgehogs. And all of them have skinny arms and the same build. They really do. And even the OG Sonic had different builds. So, I mean, Robotnik went through it too. I have seen the movies. Although I have not seen 3 yet. I will see 3 probably in the future, but not anytime soon. It'll have to be when it comes on streaming, because I am not going to pay for... Well, I mean, it's coming out on Prime, or on, Paramount, but I'm not going to pay for Paramount. I've already got enough streaming platforms, and Paramount's not one of them. So, yeah, we're going to do a chubby character for our first character. Do I draw clothes on them? Here's the thing. Sonic characters... I think we'll do outfits for the other 2. I think we will. I'm going to go with, just the shoes. I mean, Sonic doesn't really wear much clothes, for God's sake. I mean, it's...
Sending our lives into endless war, busting down our doors,
gonna kinda do a regular shoe build.
Without paying the price for the pulls. Corruption running through their veins. Corruption causing us nothing but endless pain.
And here.
Binding our nation in chains.
There we go. Fix our mistakes.
Just destroying it all, burning down every wall.
Now, another thing we have to think about is what are the colors for these guys gonna be. So, I know there's one color I want to avoid with the shoe build. And there's a reason I want to avoid the color of the shoe build. Because, technically, touching upon a different franchise, one that's owned by Nintendo, Star Fox, Falco is, I believe, a shoe build. So, let's make our character not blue when we get to the shoe build. I believe that's the case. I believe Falco is a shoe build. I don't expect these to take long today. I really don't. This was planned for 2 weeks now, but health has been gotten in the way and whatnot. We will be doing also a drivel draw, hopefully Tuesday, as long as I'm healthy-wise. Drivel Draw is our drawing and chat show, where we cover a topic chat. And go with that. I think I'm going to give him some droopy eyelids. Let's see, what else we can learn from our quest? Well, I mean, he's generally the same color around. So, I mean, you give him gloves, that's a definite. seen people draw the characters with 5 fingers, but I believe Sonic only has 4, doesn't he? Original Sonic only has 4, I believe. I could be wrong. Let me look him up here. Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go. No, he's got 5. Okay, they have 5 fingers. Alright, 5 fingers. We're gonna do that. Erase some of that. We also need to make sure we get her tail. Most people, when they think of a Quokka, they don't remember that they have a tail. They are marsupial. They have tails. They're short, they're thick tails, but they're tails. Don't know what name I would give Quokka here, though. Think of some names here. I kind of want to go a literal, or not a literal. What do you call it when the letters match their name match their freaking or match. They all match. I forget what it's called, but a Quokka that's happy, a little bit maybe lazy, a little bit. Just a general happy guy. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give him a shirt. Gonna kind of Winnie the Pooh it a bit. Where it's just the shirt. And it kind of goes over the belly. But friends and family turned their backs, left me crushed beneath the attacks. So I announced a few things last night at the end of our stream, a Let's Play of Yakuza Pirate. The latest Yakuza game, into the or Like a Dragon game, because they changed the franchise name recently, but so I made an announcement at the end of it, and I know a lot of people haven't watched it, and maybe watching this. So, what is coming down the line over the next few weeks to month? We're returning with a lot of older stuff. Joshua Nigro, hey, how's it going? We're going to be having some more, of course, Dining and Doodles, Dribble Draw, regular streaming stuff. But some other content's coming back. We've already released Magical Princess War last month. We released another chapter or another page of One Piece Days at Sea that is strictly for DeviantArt. That series is going to be continuing to its conclusion every mid-month, and Magical Princess War will be every end of the month. Last day of the month, Magical Princess War will have a new page come out for that. Those are monthlies. We will also be returning with some more chapters of Monster X Maid Girl, which is isekai series that we wrote as a joke back in the day. We kind of wanted to do something. It was just kind of like, what's the stupidest title I could come up with for an isekai? And it was, I was once a mobster, and now I am a maid girl that has sworn to destroy the Demon King. So I had to come up with a really long, stupid title, and we've been building it over the years. We kind of left off in the story at a point in the chapters where the second sort of arc of the story, it just kind of stopped for a while, because to be honest, I had just been confused as to how to end this story arc. That is the Lust story arc, where they have to fight the General Lust of the. Basically, each arc has a general. They fought the first time, they fought Envy, now they're fighting Lust. It was voted upon by my sponsors. I will be opening up another poll for sponsors on what they want to see coming down the line, but I already have the story going on, and the next arc separately, I know exactly where it's going and what's going to be happening. So we'll see there, but you will see a lot more of that coming out as well. I don't have a set release dates for those. I also might start releasing chapters of Shattered World of the Uninvited, which is the current new series I've been working on. Novel series. And that's going to be more traditional fantasy to modern world setup. I actually commissioned some dumb Sonic OCs where they made for a continuation of this Archie Comics universe that make the cancellation of the comics part of the plot via having Archiverse. I get you, Joseph, and thank you for joining and chatting. I remember watching. I'm gonna kind of lower our music volume when I get to it. Be erased in universe by a organization. Basically, one part corruption, Space Time Cops, one part Frieza's Planet Trade Organization from Dragon Ball Z. I hear ya. I remember watching both Sonic cartoons, back in the day when Saturday morning cartoons were a thing. Definitely, I did appreciate the non-humor-based one, because the humor-based one just seemed like a dumb concept to me. And I didn't feel like it fit what I knew about the Sonic universe, but like I said, I know very little about the Sonic universe. I am not surprised. Let's see. They erased the universe only to send the place called the Matrix Cage, where they're looting for them for resources, power, and the Empire. Hey, sounds cool. I will admit, this Archie Comics Sonic is probably the cooler universe, in my opinion.
Today's the day I can eat for free.
Like I said, I haven't seen the third movie, if there's like a nod to it. But there should have been a nod to it in the other two movies that I've seen. So, Sonic and his basic space-time criminal goes through Rebel theme with pre-reboot Archie. Yeah. Sounds cool. What color should we make our Quetzalcoatl? I'm tempted to do yellow, but and with a red T-shirt, but I feel like that'd just be too much of a Winnie the Pooh joke. I think for now, since I can't do blue for the shoe bill because it'd be stepping on too much of Falco from Star Fox. We'll do blue for our Quetzalcoatl. Dancing in the living room, nobody to judge, 'cause it's my special day and I'm the fun-loving judge. Don't need no one else to. And I think I will give him a little bit of a belly coloration. I sing to myself like
a one-woman show. Laughing all the way, cause I'm my own best bro. Happy
For the
birthday to me,
Quokka.
I'm the queen of
For our
the day.
Quokka.
Gonna
Here,
throw
let's
my
see.
own party in a big silly
Nope.
way. Happy birthday to me, all the candles will shine. Taking
And if
selfies
anybody
with
wants to
myself,
take
'cause
these
I'm feeling
characters
so
over from
fine.
me for their own little Sonic thing, have at it. I have no problem. These are just some quick requested drawings. Masked Man from, let's see. And so Sonic basically Space Time Rebel. And Sally basically got the Masked Man from Mother 3 and his brainwashed minion of the bad guys, Masked Man from Mother 3 treatment. I have not... I think that's one we'll have to play on stream. We'll have to play the Mother games. It's going to require me to get a good ROM going to be able to play them. Because, of course, there's no direct English release of most of the Mother games, except for what became Earthbound. So, and I have a feeling we should be Mother games. A lot of people like them, and so I've never really played them. I've barely played Earthbound in my life, so I might give it a try on the stream. We need some sort of older games for Sunday streaming, and that's an option. I think I'm pretty much settled though for right now to do other things. Let's see, to do probably a New Vegas run. Probably do a New Vegas run for one of the streams for Sunday. We started one years ago and we never really got into it. It's just a matter of, do people want us to do mods of New Vegas, or would they want us to play a different game? We also have Oblivion in the lineup for Sunday streaming. And then, of course, right now on regular gaming, which is currently Fridays and Mondays. We're going to be doing Mondays as well for a while. We have Final Fantasy, and we have Yakuza Pirate that we started last night. Let's give him a red shirt to match his shoes. Yeah, it'd be pretty much if I do his belly to match, it'd probably be white from the ears. So. We'll do a little bit of For some reason, I want to call him Alex. So I think we're going to call this guy Alex. I don't know why I want to call him Alex. It's just screaming to me for some reason to call him Alex. Alex the Quokka. Kind of want to make it seem like he's backpacking or something. No. I feel if I do a backpack color-wise, we need to do a complementary or contrasting color. So let's do... And I also didn't make the freaking... Let's make this look similar on both sides. So let's kind of do a little bit of a Jake from Adventure Time bit here. And let's go with an orange for the backpack. So there we go. We have a little bit of a quick draw for a chubby Quetzalcoatl. Something, or not, Quokka. Chubby Quokka. That I feel is much better than Benny the Quokka. But I guess a lot of people have a phantom for Benny. So this is our Quokka Alex. I'm just going to call him Alex. Happy-go-lucky, probably backpacker, something like that. Something stupid. Not to say he's stupid, he's just like silly stupid. Maybe let's make his lower half. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, like I said, we're doing 3 of these. We're doing these rapid sort of drawings. So the second hardest one we have here is Shoebill. So Shoebill being Bird, I mean, it's not the first time we have birds in the Sonic world, but they rarely, whenever I see somebody do one, I rarely see them. But a Shoebill would be much bigger nose. I have a feeling he'd have kind of that shadow vibe of the eyes, kind of like sharper eyes. Something like that. But let's see here. Let me try and do... This one I'll do as a regular skinny character that most people do. So they tend to... For some reason, for some point in time, Sonic went from lower half being thick to upper half being thick. Over the years. So we're gonna make our Shoebill kind of have a bigger build here. Now, I do want to see Sonic the Hedgehog, Bird. I wanted to see bird-like characters and see what they're like. Okay. So we're going to kind of give him a little bit of a personality here. Definitely on the edgy line. More for whatnot. Let's see here. Trying to think of personality-wise for our Shoebill. Treasures hidden among the waves, pursuing a myth, a dream, a path. So, as a Shoebill, well, I mean, Shoebill is basically a fish collecting pelican. So, I mean, he falls in the pelican lineup and whatnot. So maybe maybe making him like a competitive sportsman and fishing or something like that. Sonic fishing. Yeah, take the slowest sport and make it part of the Sonic universe. Absolutely. Even though Biggs the cat was fishing, but Biggs for some reason was fishing for freaking frogs. There you go. So our Shoebill. Let me see here. I want to look at the Shoebills real quick. I want to see how their tails are. Alright. They're triangle. Shoebill. Big. Big the cat. Big runs it. So it's pretty much Infinite. So, alright. She's pretty much as if Infinite Sonic Forces was also Lucy from Alpha Lead plus PG rated. Ah, come on! Make it dark then! Let's make a dark Sonic world. Come on! Edgy! They wanted to go edgy once. They didn't go edgy enough, in my opinion. I remember when they released the Shadow game, and people were like, "This is edgy? You gave him a gun. That's about as edgy as you got?" I'm kind of designing an outfit here for him. Soul himself, meanwhile, is classic Fufu, all going and having planned. Shonen style manga bad guy. I think Aizen from Bleach, Imu from Sama from One Piece, and Madara from / Toby from Naruto. I understand who Obito, basically Toby, Madara, Obito, blah 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 blah. I will admit it. I'm gonna go ahead and admit this. I never paid attention to the end of Naruto very much. I kind of just casually read it. I did read the end of Bleach. Wasn't impressed, so I don't know why people are going crazy over 1,000-Year Blood War, but hey. And I mean, I'm an admitted One Piece fan, so I mean, there's no ands, ifs, or buts which one I fall on the big three. I just find it amusing these days when I see a lot of people poo-poo One Piece, and they're like, it's not that powerful as Naruto or Bleach. It's like, dude, you do understand, this series is not over yet. And we've already seen a character, like you said, Hima, who has destroyed an entire island in one move. And I don't mean, like, slightly destroyed. He put a freaking gaping hole in the earth. It sucked. They added Ancient Aliens. Yeah, I know. Boruto is what really got people. I noticed a lot of the bird designs that people do, they put on goggles. Either the canon ones or the OG or the OCs that people put out there. The ending of the Naruto is basically Ancient Aliens the whole time. Yeah, I know the final boss, I forget her name, but she was an alien. It's like, seriously, it's like, you're going this route, and then Boruto just continues the alien route. I was like, why am I reading a series about ninja that was kind of in the real world? And this, I'm a person who wrote the Naruto RPG, folks, okay? A lot of people out there don't know, and back in the past, I did a bunch of tabletop RPGs, we wrote the original One Piece RPG, the original Naruto One RPG, and the original Fairy Tail One RPG. The Naruto one was a pain in the ass to write, but we were writing it as the series was releasing. Same with all the others we were doing. Once it got to aliens, it's like, I'm done. You put ninjas in, and then you put aliens in. It's like, let's see. The ending of Naruto was basically is ancient aliens the whole time. Power doesn't matter. If power was the measure of good storytelling, then Sug's verse would be the pinnacle of literature, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, I'm also not a huge fan, and I know a lot of anime fans out there right now are loving Solo Leveling. I am not a fan of Solo Leveling. I gave up on it. I literally started the season, and I gave up on it. I was like, this is just another dick measuring contest, essentially, of anime. Only reason One Piece is doing so much better is because it's actually got a story and a world, and you want to see how the world develops. It's more so how the world comes together to this one pinnacle point, and that's what's driving One Piece versus other series. It's like, I am more powerful now. I'm gonna go off and train. I'm gonna become more powerful now. It's like it's dick measuring. It really is. I'm gonna do something I don't see. I don't want to do the scarf. No, I was thinking I was gonna do a scarf, but then I was like, no, wait, it's going more on Falco again, and we're doing Shoebill, and I don't want to copy Falco for Shoebill. All the reason Alien Chick was added is because Kishimaru accidentally made Madara, not Obito, too OP and could not figure a way out for Naruto to beat him. Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, Oda's admitted the same thing. He was like, oh, I don't know how Kaido is going to be beaten, but at the same time, he knew it was going to come down to the cartoony version of Luffy. Which I'm fine with. I love Gear 5th. I know some people hate it, but I love the concept that you have a living cartoon character as a god. Essentially. I think that's a brilliant concept for a superhero. And for One Piece, it works. If it were something more serious like Naruto or Bleach, it wouldn't work. But for One Piece, it absolutely works. I keep drawing this a little bit hard. In my own series, Demon Blade, I mean, I have the final villain planned out. The final villain's technically already appeared. And I know how the series is going to end. So considering my own action work, I planned out the ending. I know Oda's planned out their ending. It usually comes down to where do the editors have involvement in Shonen Jump that intervenes with the end plots. I know that was the case with Bleach. They kind of ran it to an end quickly, whereas Naruto, they kind of overdid it. By the way, Emo didn't actually blow up the island. It's confirmed it's actually a super weapon called Mother Flame. Yeah, I mean, it's still Emu's action. We don't know exactly what Emu can do. We do know that he controls whatever that weapon is, which is believed to be Uranus. So it's actually believed to be Uranus controlled by Mother Flame. Because we still don't know about Uranus. And that's the belief that maybe the government has their hands on Uranus. And until we know more about Emu, which long, I feel. I mean, Oda's definitely in a quicker run speed now. We don't know upward limit of what Emu can currently. We know he has a devil fruit that allows him to take yokai form. We don't know the only power he has. True. Most people are assuming it's devil or Satan fruit or something like that. A devil fruit. So, based off of how it looked in the manga. But we'll probably figure out more as we go. I mean, right now we're kind of trying to figure out, hey, what side Loki's really on. Very well probably has other power. True. I mean, who's to say he doesn't know the same secret that we know he's male, at least. Yes. I know a lot of people are going, oh, well, no, Emu's female. No, Emu's male. And I gave the one and only big real reason why he's male. That we can tell he's male in the anime and the manga. If you look at him in the series, he doesn't have boobs. And Oda's a boob man. And he would never draw a woman with small boobs. That's the joke, but it's very true. Oda would not draw a woman with small boobs. So, Emu is not female. Emu is definitely male. So Luffy's mom, in theory, is dead, finally. Not really. Not really. There's two theories out there. One is the infamous Croco Mom. Where Crocodile... because the Crocodile has a past with Ivankov, and Ivankov can change genders of individuals. So the one belief is that Crocomom is that Crocodile is actually Luffy's mother that had their gender changed to hide them away for some reason, and then they grew to power because Oda drawing Crocodile as a young kid drew him very young. So that was the one that we have there. Now, the other theory is she's a member of the Rebels, but had died similarly, kind of like how we just got with Jewelry Bonnie's backstory about the death of Jenny, which the anime will eventually show. Male and female nobles would use different titles. Emu uses a male title, not a noble title, and not a female. Yeah, I have no doubt Emu's male. The titles is one thing, but I stand by my statement of Oda's a boob man, and he wouldn't draw a female with no boob. And we've seen Emu from the side, no boob. It's a simple answer. As an artist, you draw with what you want, and if you're gonna make a big bad villain, you're gonna want them to have very cool looking form in some sense. But knowing Oda, he also draws them very weird. It'll be interesting to see how well when the fight does come down to Blackbeard versus Luffy, how often Oda continuously swaps around the teeth, because he's been known to swap the teeth around that Blackbeard has. Which, as an artist, I tend to forget it. I mean, I'm drawing a lot recently of Gaspardo Wansdale and Witchin. And he's an old 500-some-year-old man. And so I keep drawing him without teeth. And it's like sporadic teeth around, kind of like Oda does with Blackbeard. And so I kind of want to make sure I know where about his teeth are. His liver spots are moving around, but it's the kind of trying to do something unique with them. Imagine Emu being a very feminine looking guy, though. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, we have a lot of people for the longest time would be like, oh, Oda would never do a feminine looking guy, and then we got Cavendish. Cavendish is a very feminine looking guy. He's still cool, and I do like that he's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde character of the series. But we still get to see Cavendish in that. I think Orochimaru of Lord of the Cobb of Ghibli Earseed. Yeah. God, I need to rewatch it, Earthseed again. I love that movie, even though the creator of Earthseed hated that movie. It is such a good Ghibli movie, and it's so underplayed because the author did not like the way Ghibli made it. But right now I'm trying to finish the anime that we're going to review next week on, what is it? What do we call it? Anime, no, it's not anime. Anticlimax. Anime Anticlimax. We're going to be doing, Pony Pony Poeme, or Pony Pony Dash, excuse me. Pony Pony Dash. There's two Pony Ponies. One Dash and one, Poeme, and Poeme is different. We're gonna be doing Dash, and it's a 2000s, early 2000s anime that is just chaos. I officially have unofficially have diagnosed it as the ADHD of anime, because it just tries like 5 or 6 jokes in a scene before trying to do something different. Coincidentally, both Orochimaru and Lord Cobb are associated with unnatural immorality. Imu is rumored to be an immortal of the Void Century, so you look fit and respect. It's possible, yeah. I mean, we know of that immortality is possible with the Appa no Mi fruit, that is Law's fruit. The rumor has to have gotten somewhere, so there's bound to be one immortal out there. And using that as air quotes because we don't know how he looks. He could be like very decrepit and horrifying, but still be immortal. But we know there's a reason why they want that fruit in this world, or a lot of people want that fruit, and it's because of the immortality possibility. And so it'd be interesting to see Imu fit into the concept of that speculation and rumor. Now, here's the thing also to always remember with any One Piece, well, theory or legend. Oda has been known to alter theories because people have guessed theories. So Oda has been known to take what most people will be like, oh, well, this is the concept, and be like, nope, I'm altering that. So, yeah. Does it beat Furry Curry, though, as a yes? Oh, God, yes. And not in a good way. I mean, it's very much, it'll have like 3 or 4 gags going on in the background at 4 times, or at like one time, and the gags aren't that funny. And it doesn't give you time to digest before the next gag is on. And I literally have to sit there and stop and watch something else to get through the series because it literally is headache inducing trying to figure things out with the series. And it's it's not, there's a reason why Fooly Cooly is liked and this series is not over time, because the series at least has some sense about it in Fooly Cooly, even though it's about being nonsensical. So, I mean, it's, in the case of Pony Pony Dash, it's all about being nonsensical. It really is. We can't really go about it and say, oh, well, hey, I know what this plot is based off of, and whatnot. Let's take the most obscure thing. I mean, a running gag is that God is a cat that lives inside a vending machine and keeps drinks warm with his body heat. That's a running gag in the series. Now, would I, say, oh, it's a bad idea? No, it's a good idea of a joke if you let it process. But the thing is they'll be like, on to that joke, and then they'll go on to a whole nother joke, within like milliseconds, not even seconds, milliseconds, it'll go on to another joke. And it's like, let me process the joke you presented before me. And that's the downside of that of the series. It could be good if it lets you process the joke, but it doesn't want to process the joke. It wants you to continue to just take joke after joke after joke, and it just makes it tiring and boring, in my opinion. Yet in our group, this is suggested by one of our group members, and he loves it. I don't know why he loves it. I will be asking the question, why, again? Because I mean, we talked about it years ago, you know, separate, but I mean, he's been talking. There's 40, let's see. Didn't know God is a cat now. Yeah. Yawa is losing a power, and new Detriment is a cat girl. No, not even cat girl. It's a guy cat. It's a guy cat. It's literally. Let me see if I can draw the god cat up. So the cat is literally. And this is a rough by memory. Holding drinks to its body. It's like, I am a cat. That's kind of what he looks like. He's just like, I'm holding a cat in cans. It's just like some, you know, artistic little abstract cat. Because it's not a very nicely drawn series. It is a very rough drawn series. The animation counts because it's pretty, you know, it's still smooth animation, but it's very rough series. Let me see if I can pull up a look of it. Nope. I do not want Pony Dash. Damn it. Okay. So this is the series. Okay, so nowhere near as impressive as Mono reveals in Ray Earth. So this is the series. Basically, this blonde character here, I'm just hit okay. Is 10 years old. She's 10. She is the teacher of a classroom of teenagers, high schoolers. So she's a super smart high school teacher that is a 10-year-old girl. And it's just the chaos that goes on in this world. And it's just stupid joke after stupid joke after stupid joke after stupid joke. And it can... sadly never got revealed in Ray. That's right. Clamp fan. Let's see. What did it say? Okay, so nowhere near as impressive as Monica when Monica reveals that he's actually a god of the world of magic, Ray Earth manga. That's right. Clamp fans, if you don't know, Monica is actually a creator god in the entire fantasy world. Sadly, well, I mean, the fact that Clamp has everything, you know, and their worlds sort of connect, in the long run, pretty much by the Tsubasa Chronicles. Everything in their world sort of connects and links. But I mean, yeah, Best Student Council wasn't nearly as ADHD. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of series. I'm trying to see if I can find the Cat God, but I'm literally getting My Little Pony pictures in place of the main characters in this series, other than just the teacher and the covers that they put out for the series. I'm getting far more MLP art than I am of Pony Dash. That tells you something. No, we want Pony Dash. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can find God in this.
Strong magic flows and I make my stand. Stranger in this old cold clan. But I'll break through,
Wait
reaching
a second.
for my land.
Okay. Okay.
Family of high noses and sneers. Bound by old books, but
Taste.
none of my tears. I'll show
Alright, I'm gonna have to
something to feel
stretch this
sad
far
for
because the
fear
character is
of
very
fears.
small. This is God right
The
here.
apple falls far from
This
the
is God.
tree.
He's a little tiny cat,
They won't cage the wild
orange cat. Oh, actually, no, there's God. There's God. Sorry, he's the white cat. He's the white cat. That is God in this world. It's just insane. But Best 81 is nearly, if you don't know, Best Student Council is a comedy anime where all girls school basically run all powerful student council, boss around the teachers. I do know of Best Student Council. It was enjoyable. I do remember watching it. It was somewhat enjoyable, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting because we are going into long run anime this year in the group. But we only wanted to hit birthday. We still get birthday month. We still do choosing of what. So our guests or us will be on and choose to watch. And mine, of course, won't be until July because that's when my month is. But this is Jacob from our groups. It is his birthday in February, so we're doing that series for February. And then we're starting our long run series. And the long run series that we're playing next, I have never watched. And it's hard for me to say I've never watched an anime long run series. Because I've at least watched some of most anime long run series.
You see.
Now, mind you, some of the ones we have on the suggestion are hard to come by. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do. Alright, what colors and what kind of name do we have for our shoe bill? There, I remember some kind of set. Let's see. Inserted such as puppet. Let's see. Inserted such as a puppet that was somehow an ex-CIA assassin, complete with extreme marksmanship challenges. An episode where you basically play Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, I can't remember. It was CIA or Yakuza or Mob. Probably Yakuza. And it's probably, depending on how it was translated, they probably made it CIA, but it was probably Yakuza. But clearly I remember he was some kind of assassin. Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite series to have watched, and I watched all the way through, that I am still to this day surprised we don't have a full release publicly outside of Crunchyroll's release that is purely digital. Hitman Reborn. It was a Shonen Jump series. It was okay. As far as Shonen Jump series go, it was, it's nothing to write home about. But, it was funny and at the same time enjoyable. I guess it's just like the funny series. They don't last that long for most people in Shonen Jump. Right now we have Sakamoto Days over on Netflix. I'm watching that. Spy Family's getting a lot of play, but that's probably the rarity out of it. There aren't too many great comedy series that are more strictly comedy that come out of Shonen Jump that last long. Let's see here. I have a feeling I kind of want to make our shoe bill. We went with blue last time. I kind of want to make him yellow. Maybe I'll go orange. I'm not a huge orange fan of orange, but at the same time, I feel we should do an orange character.
I rise from shadows, harness all my pain, power in the soul. I break through the chains.
There's utter insanity of Girls Panzer. Yeah, there's a lot of Girls Panzer. I've watched the main series, and I think I've watched the movie. I don't recall which one. I think there might be 2 movies, so I could be completely wrong. But if you've seen the series, let me know if there's far more than I've been watching. But there's a lot of Girls Panzer. It's a good series. It's a good series, but it's definitely hard to describe to somebody. Makes me wonder if boy sports in the world are somehow like baking contests. It's possible. It's possible. I love the series Yamanate Japan, which is literally a competition baking show. It's literally competition baking. And it's far older than Food Wars and stuff like that. Yet the series was a Shonen Jump run. It was a Shonen Jump show series that was very much the same as Food Wars, but was all about competitive baking. I've seen the main series as well. Makes me wonder if boy sports. Yeah, and there's a lot out there, but I do try to watch something each night with anime. I was amused that I forget the doctor on YouTube that covered it, but one of the series I've been loving this season, and I can't explain why. Maybe it's just my instinct that I like the concept, is Dr. Ameki or whatever anime series this current season. Not a lot of people have been checking out. It is basically Dr. House Waifu Edition. It is literally an episode of House if you had an anime waifu for Dr. House. And it goes into some amazingly complex, and I was glad to see one of the doctors that online, that watch, media things. He saw it, and he saw the first 2 episodes, because the first case is in 2 episodes, and he was like, he called it at the end what he thought it was right before they announced what it was, but at the same time he was like, holy crap, this is being accurate. This series is being more accurate than an episode of Dr. House is. So the fact that anime is doing better on a doctor show than American shows are is hilarious. That they got it pretty much accurate. Oh, I see what I've got open when I'm leaving open. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Also absurd, a comedy anime about recommended Legend of Kozumi. If only there was another reason. In fact, George W. Bush is Kaiba Vegeta type rival. If you don't know what the manga is about, it takes place on Earth where, with one directed definitive, all world leaders decide major diplomatic decisions over the top shonen games of Mahjong. I have not seen that one. That one sounds interesting. It's giving me a little bit of vibes of Baki. And of note, while we're here, I will cover the topic because I don't know if I'll cover it or have time to cover it in Dribble Draw. Baki's latest chapter has Baki's father, the incredible, what is this? Yojiro? I want to make sure I get it right. Baki, the grappler. Father. Yujiro Hama, the most badass MFer in anime. I hold it to it. It also has Mecha Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il, Mecha. Oh, that's just wonderful. But Baki, a lot of people have been going on about the news this week that Baki had Yujiro Hama raping Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Now, I am not surprised. Every single president, including Trump before, have been featured in Baki, and he always demasculizes the president. So I'm not surprised he went that far. As a rape victim, I honestly don't like that it went that route, but it's Yuji Hama, so I'm kind of like, okay, I understand it. It's the dude walked up to Obama, crushed charcoal into diamonds with his bare hand, and it's like, you will do what I want you to. The jokes in Legend of Kurozama are based on Japanese politics of the time, so not all jokes will land for you. Oh, I mean, I'm old enough to remember a lot of the stupid stuff, but yeah, I mean, so I the Baki stuff, I'm not going to talk about it in Verbal Draw, or if I do, it's going to be very small and minute if I talk about it.
We toast to old madness in disguise. Upgrade my life with a single cheer, but it's the same me, just a different year.
Kind of want to give him gray eyes.
Going for gold, dreams in my head.
Actually, no, let's give him lavender eyes.
And I stay in bed. Laughed when the clock struck midnight. Guess I'll start tomorrow.
In fact, we'll do the
Here's to
this color for the build.
doesn't suck. Toast together for some good luck. Crazy chaos, but
yeah, Yuji Hama is by far, and that's one I want to kind of get us to kind of fall on doing this when we're doing the long anime series this year. I kind of would love to try and have those two watch Baki, if nothing more for that, for the presidential jokes, but also the fact that Yuji is such a monster of anime. Dude is not easy on anybody in the world. So I am not. I at the same time, I'm like, yeah, it goes a little far to do it that way, but at the same time, All right, so there's our shoe bill. We've got one more to do. We got about 45 minutes left to do. So, our last one, the II. Now, we've done a cool character, we've done a chubby character. Let's do a female. I'm going to do a female II. Now, I state this, I want to state this before. There is, when my research here and pulling up an II with Sonic characters, I came up with one, but it's a fan-created II. And it was female, but we're going to be doing a female II, but I'm going to make it... This is going to... I already kind of know what I want to do. I want it tsundere-esque. Or not tsundere, more yandere-esque Sonic character. So we're introducing a yandere Sonic character, if possible. It's because the author has very conservative Japanese national bent. I myself fall more on a very nationalist bent. I don't want to say I'm more conservative. I'm more constitutionalist. You follow the Constitution. You follow that stuff. The reason I don't want to say I'm more conservative because I am not fully behind a lot of things. Being trans myself, it's kind of hard to follow everything the conservatives go with. But I'm constitutionalist, you know, more libertarian-esque on that thing. It's like, yeah. And then ending of the manga is basically the main character uses the power of Japanese patriotism to beat the main villain. Though I don't want to say the main villain is because it's hilarious. Okay, well, I mean, hey. I freaking put Magical Girl Hitler in Demon Blade, okay? I gave a reason why Magical Girl Hitler exists, but Magical Girl Hitler exists in my own comic series. Now, do I praise Hitler? Hell no! I get her ass kicked throughout the whole series, throughout the comic. Because we don't want to, you know, praise that society and that concept. And I mean, I had this song made. This is a very much a
Watch us march, we're coming fast. Gonna leave your power in the past. Wasting no more time or tears. Time to burn those wicked gears. We cry no more, we're breaking chains. Gonna torch your gilded lanes. No more kings and no more pawns. We'll rise up before the dawn.
kind of trying to figure out how the eyes need to be in here. Let's do there. Dang it. Get back there. There we go. I kind of want to do something with cute-esque, creepy vibe of this character. So let's... let me look at more of the Sonic female characters. Sonic Hedgehog. Female. I know, Rosie the Rascal. Rosie the Rascal. Let me see. Alright, let me look up Rosie the Rascal. That's basically, okay, it's the insane version of, Amy, I see. Although, Amy kind of insane herself, wasn't she? But, yeah, let's kind of, make our eye a little bit. Let's see. Let's give it. Definitely feel like I'm making a very, very much disturbing Sonic couple of characters here. He said cute but creepy. Yeah. Definitely, I looking at her, she is very cute and creepy. I would have never known about Rosie the Rascal.
Different paths in the night, lying to each other's light, chasing dreams that feel so far, stars that burn like scars. Different paths in the
I feel like I'm drawing more of Crash Bandicoot character with her. Let's see here. Let's give her something a bit different than Rosie. Rosie Rascal was from Morality swap versions of Main World, where the heroes were villains and the villains were heroes. Okay, I gotcha. It's Bizarro World Sonic. Okay. We're gonna kind of shrink her down a little bit so I can complete her a bit more, because I'm cutting her off a little bit too much. aka edgy green Sonic in leather jacket. Okay, I see edgy green Sonic. I do. Okay, alright. There. Okay. Got the image. Let's see if I can put it in here. So that. Yeah, there's edgy green Sonic and Rosie. Okay, I got you. Move it out of the way. All right. So let me see here. I need to go back to II. They have puffy tails, so I do need to make sure I prominently feature a tail on her. I might change the weapon. I gave her a giant sword, but we might change it up in a minute here. But considering the II is a very creepy looking kind of animal in the world, it's got that creepy eyesight. It's definitely a thing. Green edgy Sonic in a leather jacket, who's now property of Ken Panders, TM, because of... Wait, why'd you put trademark on Ken Panders? Isn't that the guy's name? You wouldn't trademark your own name. You trademark a character, not a name. He also had a Fox girlfriend named Fiona Fox, a goth girl makeover after turning evil, hooked up with a scourge because being evil randomly makes you develop interest in alt fashion. Well, that's dumb. Let's see here. I kind of want to have her... I'm going to give her the quote, boyfriend sweater, which is a sweater that you wear around the waist. Since we're going with more of a psycho vibe with this character. I kind of feel like I want to make it a giant axe now. Behind her back. Yeah, I was being silly. Ken is infamous. Well, he's known for lots of things. Ken is a rabbit hole. I have a feeling that's involving something I don't need to know, or something I'm clear with, you know, sexual innuendo. I have a feeling that involves sexual innuendo. I'm not familiar with the term. But there's only a few things I can get from rabbits and holes. And maybe it's just me and my perverted vision. So, hey. Alright. Let's try and bring this girl to life a bit. Oh.
In the shadows of the night where the darkness lies, a battle rages on, fending off the demons inside with a heart of fire. And a spirit so bold, I'll unsheath my blade to protect the world untold. Through the trials and pain,
Let's bring this over. Let's see here. Ken Penders is arguably the second most infamous individual related to Sonic, after only Christian themselves. Nah, he's not creepy. He doesn't. Okay. I got you. Because I know the whole Christian situation. Hell, I've talked about it before here on stream. I've met Christian before in my life. I live not too far from Christian. In fact, I live around the block from where Christian went to jail. So I literally am around the block from the very courthouse he went through. And I don't want to give Christian the gender affirming concept. I know a lot of people might get problems, but Christian is a very mentally disturbed individual that needs to calm down and be just proper medicines. I feel they're doing that. I don't know. I haven't followed up lately on what's going on with Christian, but rabbit hole, a topic with a lot of information you can dig into. I got you. That makes more sense. Let's do that.
Streets feel like a trap. Shadows hide those spies.
Ken is basically infamous for a massive douche for having comedic word art, making very controversial decisions, and killing Saddam Season 3. Okay. I need to see II's teeth. Do they have what I think? Yes, they have chompers. Alright. Kind of a bit of disturbing, but yeah. Sadism 3, I'm guessing, is one of the Sonic series. He's also very cringe person generally, so the internet likes to make fun of him, and the other doesn't cringe. Oh, I mean, hey, good. If you've got somebody out there being cringe, call them out on that crap. Don't let them live through that. It's not a threat to his life. Don't let them, live down. I misquote or stating things here, but yeah, don't let them go through with that kind of crud. Call people out when they're doing cringy stuff, man. Alright, we're gonna put the ribbon in.
City lights shining bright, raindrops falling like sparks taking
I figure this is the only way to do an II.
street corners gleaming in the neon glow.
Yeah, the Sonic world is kind of make them mentally disturbing.
Moving with the flow.
Psycho type.
Buildings dressed in colors, reflecting the sky. As the rain keeps pouring, our spirits reach high. We can't help but smile as the sparks touch the ground. In this magical moment,
Alright.
we're forever bound. The rhythm of the rain is playing in my mind. The city comes alive, a symphony we find. Every drop that falls adds to the beat. We're caught in the moment. We're dancing in
Oh, and Ken once quoted Mein Kampf once. Granted, the character who he quoted is a villain. Still, in fact, he actually read the book. Well, I mean, here's the thing about Mein Kampf. It is important to read and understand in context the insanity that was Mein Kampf. Understanding Mein Kampf, reading Mein Kampf, not as bad as living out Mein Kampf or following Mein Kampf as a rule guide. No. It is the strange writings of a madman who destroyed multiple lives. It's important to know Mein Kampf, to know what people like that have written. I am by no means a fan. I've read it. I haven't really read it. I've read a little bit of the excerpts, but I have not gotten the time to really sit down and read Mein Kampf. I have no intention to right now. My literally reading schedule is massively booked with writing and drawing and doing my own stuff. It is a little hard to get a lot of reading in. I literally have a book sitting on my dresser, or not my dresser, my nightstand, and I have been meaning to finish said book that I started maybe 3 weeks ago, and I'm only 2 chapters in of 10, as it's a short book, and I haven't finished it. I really haven't. And I've got 6 more of that book series to complete. So it's taking me a little time to read it because I've been just focused on getting everything else done. But yeah, I mean, it's important to not. I kind of want to not talk too much about it because it's more stuff that Dribble Draw would cover. Book burning, concept of book burning. What the Nazis did versus what most people accredit the right for doing these days. There's a difference in what is considered book burning. Book burning that the Nazis did was everything that was not in German and everything that did not follow their ideal. It included stuff like books of the Bible, books of legend and history, Yeah, I'm on with you with this. I don't think reading is even having a villain quote is bad, but has upset other people in the community more than salty. Yeah, I understand that. How he backstabbed Ben Hurst and got Saddam Hussein killed as a result. It would be bad if he had a hero quoting Mein Kampf. But since it's a villain quoting it, I don't think it's really a big deal. It really isn't. It really isn't. But yeah, if it were more heroic and they were trying to justify, no, that's when it's bad. And a lot of what people associate, to continue what I kind of was going on, a lot of what people associate to book burning these days, it's not book burning. It's removing from certain areas and content that should not be accessible. I'll use my own comic series. Demon Blade is a young adult series. It is not a children's series. I have it written in with my setup when I went with Amazon on it to not release this series in schools under the age of high school, for a specific reason, because I use a lot of vulgarity. I use language that you honestly would not want children repeating. Young adults to late teens, understandably, they would probably be repeating it anyway. But I don't want to be, noted for that, because I use a lot of the F word, not the curse word, but the definition of a gay person in chapter 5, 6, and 7 of Demon Blade. Mainly because the villain is of that way. They are of that mindset. They're very aggressive towards that concept. So I have a villain who uses language that I personally do not like to use. But I understand I want to have a villain. I need to portray them as a villain, as what people would see. In Witchin, I'm kind of doing that a little bit too, because I want to touch upon racial, social norms and exclusions, how we get to divisions and whatnot with racial and social norms. Witchin, though, handles it with a bit more humor. But yeah. Well, the Nazis were decidedly anti-Christian. Yes, most people don't realize the Nazis were anti-Christian. So that is important for people to understand. Nazis were socialists and they were anti-Christian. They were the National Socialist Party, and they were anti-Christian. They were also not just Jewish, but they started executions with the invalid, the weak, the mentally unwell, and the handicapped. Darwin's survival of the fittest philosophy, yeah. While many under him were outright practitioners of the weird racist occult, yeah, I believe the Aryans were descendants of aliens. Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, it's important to play, and like I said, this is more item that we would discuss on Dribble Draw, because Dribble Draw is our topical series. We may still talk about this. It depends on if something more dramatic happens in the news. The plan is for Tuesday's stream to be covering particularly Trump and the trans issues. So I want to cover, because there's a lot of being a trans woman and whatnot, not identifying regularly with the left side of things, though. I gotta cover it. I gotta cover a little bit of it. Sometimes we get a lot of views on those. Sometimes we get almost no views on it. We will see how we handle things. I definitely screwed up that hand, now that I'm looking at it. I screwed it up because I needed to have fingers over here. So, I mean, I definitely will be covering that probably as Tuesday, so there will definitely be a warning of that series to be a little bit more expecting. Let's see, hold on, I'm trying to hold my hands back like I want to do here. Alright, thumb would still be on top. So. Damn. I'm gonna have to sketch out my hands. Sorry, no, it's not a problem. Some of the SS try to ignore is probably taking it in, some others believing through spiritual tradition. Pretty much, yeah. It's, I mean, I write a series that I mean, very much I get attacked a little bit on the, Christian following for Witchin and Demon Blade, including from some of my own family members that do not like that I'm writing of those concepts. And I'm like, well, you're not understanding where these stories are coming from. A lot of them are based in myth and legend of the world. It's not just paganism. It's, there is a connection in the world as to where these stories come from. The story of Demon Blade itself is an actual object. You can go to Japan and see a Muramasa blade. They exist. They're called Demon Blades because of how they are noted and such to drive their users mad and insane. So it's an actual object. It's not exactly me naming it after something that doesn't really exist in the world or some concept that didn't. Witchin is a concept based after, it's more so to talk about social absurdities and the severity that we go through and isolate and attack each other over nonsensical issues. And in that world, the best way to do that is to be like, okay, this is a magical world. This is a world that's very much our own, because we're going to learn about things like Hollywood and whatnot in the coming chapters. They exist in this world, but at the same time, magic is involved, and so you're going to have a lot of less people being like, oh, it's special effects, and being like, oh, well, it's magic. Somebody used magic to do that. Because there's a notable character that is an actor in the series. He's already been introduced in Chapter 1, and he will be introduced in the next chapter. In fact, I showed him tonight when we started the stream. And let me pull back up the page. Here he is right here. Blonde guy in the back. Valorian Wansdale. Technically Ida's cousin. I can't do air quotes anymore, damn it. Cousin. Because Ida, of course, is not an actual Wansdale. They are actually named Webwood in the series. They are using the term, the family name Wansdale, to get further into this college that they wouldn't have been allowed into if it was just them going with their family name. So they think. So. But I wanted to create a world that had a actual distance in there. So you'd have people fearing the magical world in this world, and yet the magical world exists and people still live and die through it. And so we get to see a little bit of Ida and the magic world through the Wansdales, through the Webwoods, and through a couple other characters, as they deal with what would most people would consider normal life. I just realized they need to fix the sweater a bit, because the sweater needs to come up with the tail. So kind of like how Yu-Gi-Oh is a world with Egyptian magic, ridiculous young CEO, and guard games using to decide all magic major decisions. Yes, essentially. I mean, in my first novel, 11 Kingdoms, the world was finding peace. Quote, air quotes. I gotta use air quotes as peace. Because a major company in the world, which would be equivalent of Amazon / Google in our world, basically designed a MMORPG that was going to actually put real life items like weapons and food and whatnot as options to gain as prizes the better country worked or played out in the game. But it allowed people to cheat and well, it didn't allow it, but it promoted people to try and cheat in the game and all that kind of stuff. So aka the rich nerd using the money to make the nerd stream of reality. Yes, pretty much. I kind of want to call her Sally. I don't know why I want to call this girl Sally. I don't know. I know a Sally. She's not crazy. I swear. But I kind of want to call this girl Sally. But at the same time, I think there's already a prominent Sally in Sonic. I could be wrong. Hold on a second. Let me... Alright, I first need to thicken that line. I don't want to call her Sydney because I do kind of feel an S name, but I don't want to call her Sydney because I already have a Sydney and Witchin that's a psycho. And that was I mean, talk about a character that's just came about through the writing. Sydney, who's appeared in chapter Sally Acorn. Yeah, see, I knew there was a Sally. I knew there was a Sally in Sonic. Sydney and Witchin came about, literally, I wanted to have a character that had an infatuation. When I got to drawing her and putting her in there, I was like, no, wait, she doesn't have an infatuation. She has an obsession. So it's like, okay, we have a psycho. Yeah, I very prominent. Yeah, that's kind of what I was like. I kind of want to call her Sally, but I'm not going to call her Sally because I know Sally Acorn. I know of her. I know that she's had a closer relationship to Sonic than I'd say Amy, even though Amy's potentially noted more as Sonic's girlfriend. Even had a future story where you see them married adults and break up arc where Sally infamously slaps Sonic in the face hard. Yeah. Off again like Amy. On and again, off again like Amy. Okay. I don't know what to call her. Maybe, let's call her Senna. Let's do that. We're gonna call her Senna. Now, if there's another one named Senna, I'm not aware of it. I kind of don't like how thick the leg is here, so we're gonna kind of shrink it if I can. So I think we're gonna call her Senna. Senna the II. Definitely very psycho looking character. I definitely, I'm gonna, while I did yellow or orange for the last character, I've got to make the eyes orange. The big bulging eyes orange. Because that is what an II's actual eyes are colored. So I think doing it appropriately is the giant bulging eye, yellow eyes with the tiny pupils. Appropriate for an II. I think they're a sloth. I mean, I can open. I got the Wikipedia open. I really should open it and see what an II is, because I think they're a form of a sloth. Then a reboot of Archie, where because Ian Flynn is a pro Sony AIM and anti-Sonally, where he makes Sally a lesbian who falls in love with her computer. I don't remember the rabbit's name on the Sonic cartoon, but I always kind of got lesbian vibes from her. I really don't know what her name was, so I can't really say, hey. I don't know why I'm going with red, I just feel like red is appropriate tone for her. Hides the blood if your color's already red. Hides the blood. The old pirate joke concept. I wear a red shirt, so it hides me blood. Why do you wear brown pants? Let's see here. It's kind of like if I made a female version of Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I kind of want to make the ribbons something dark. Kind of a reverse Amy here. Bunny Rabbit. Let's see. TF, the computer can produce a hologram avatar Bunny, who is a cute Lynx girl. Bunny Rabbit. Because she was a cyborg. So fun. Yeah, I got it. Bad pun, but yes, I get it. But yeah, I do remember of the show. I kind of always felt, and I have not watched the show since it aired. So I'm trying to do it off of memory, but I always kind of got vibes from her that she is more lesbian. But I also kind of got vibes from people that watched it. It's like over the years that they had the hots for the rabbit. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. She had boobs. I do remember the rabbit had bigger boobs than Sally. So. And then there's the whole Rouge situation, and Sonic. I always come back. He's the almost killable Naraku from Inuyasha, almost. Okay. I honestly, when I was in college, I talked about this before. I did a report on Takahashi, the creator of Ranma 1/2, Inuyasha, Mom. I did a book report, and she just started Inuyasha complete in general. The series just started. And I did a report on Inuyasha. And I loved Inuyasha at the time, but I already gotten the word that they were going to do an anime of Inuyasha at the time. It's like, okay. So this series is going to get an anime. Once the anime came out, I was furious. Inuyasha in the first few chapters was a dark. It was a horror manga. And then it became a romance manga. And it's like, ugh. Ironically, the bunny talked like a Southern belle in the show. They made her dad, Archie Comics, straight up Texan oil baron, who was also an evil minion of Of course. Well, yeah, I can believe it. I can talk like the Southern belle, because I'm a Southern belle myself. But, yeah, I can believe that they would do that with her. I do know the Archie comics are by far the better Sonic universe. I will say that much. Because I have no idea about the whole universe. Well, I mean, I guess they're expanding upon it with the movies and whatnot, which are enjoyable. I, don't have a problem with the series that I've seen so far. It's good to see Jim Carrey being a comedian again. Even if it is being a deranged, delusional Eggman. But, always come back when it's revealed Glitchtrap isn't William, but a mimic. Well, you don't always come back. Okay. So we didn't name the shoe bill. I kind of just want to name the shoe bill Bill, because he's a Bill. Yeah, I kind of just want to name the shoe bill Bill. I know it's dumb, but it makes sense to me. It's my it's the dumbest concept, but for some reason it makes sense to me. Call him Bill. So Shoe Bill is named Bill. We're going with that. I gotta fix the hand there. So we got Bill, we have Sierra, and we have what do we call the freaking Alex. We have Alex, Bill, and Sierra. In fact, I could freaking take Sierra and make her C name. So we have ABC. So there we go. There we go. So I'm going to call her Sarah. And Bill. Because I can't think of a better name for him. So there we go. So we have 3 new Sonic characters that we kind of just created off the fly. Using an II, using a Quokka, and using a Shoe Bill. anime. I mean, it's just quick. It's also fun to have here. Amy was related to Sonic and Robin. Oh god. Oh god, Amy was related, so it's kissing cousins type scenario. Oh god. Oh god. Let's see. With Archie Comics, there's a weird habit of making the main characters come out as infatual families, not just Bunny. Like Charmy B, of all characters, was Prince of some reason. Don't ask me why. Trails was the grandson of basically Sonic and Merlin. Amy was related to Sonic, Robin Hood, etc. Knuckles had a massive infatuation and famously cultivated family tree courtesy of Ken Penders. Not surprised. Not surprised. Alright! We've reached the 2-hour mark. So out of the 3 we've done here, let me know which ones you think is your favorite. This was a nice little sort of change up from what we usually do here, where we do full-on illustrations and whatnot. Requested by fans, but as always, this is a fan-requested show. This show does not exist without fans requesting something. So, if you have something you want us to draw, add it in the comments below, or message us in any of the socials that keep going by right there. I do want to thank Joseph Tenedo for joining in the chat, along with, let me get to the person who started the chat. Wow. Is it all been Joseph? I thought there was somebody else. Okay, just timed out. Okay. Joshua Nigaro as well. Thank you both for joining in chat with us today. This is always a fun little art show to do. Which included one of the most hated Sonic characters ever, his father Locke. Arguably surpasses even Gendo Ikari for worst dad award. That is a challenge! But I know someone who's worse. Well, he's not a father, but, we talked in anime about back in December, early in January, where I have officially declared the worst family member in all anime. And he put Xiao Tucker to shame. Because Xiao is usually the high peak for most people. It was Gendo for a long period, and then Xiao came into play. And this guy, I say, puts it worse, which is the brother in the Memories, F Memories series. Actually F Melodies, because it's the sequel part. The brother literally abuses and rapes his sister. So, yeah. He wins. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry if making, you know, our dear Nina, it wasn't Nina. What was the name of the girl? I forget. Was it Nina? That got fused with the dog. I mean, it's inhumane what that happened, but they didn't torture and beat and rape their sibling over years. So, yeah. Yeah, I gotta give worst family member to that character in anime. But yes, we are gonna end. Don't watch that series, in my opinion. I have it, unfortunately, on DVD. I probably will get rid of it at some point. But I thank you all for joining in. Go out there and be the best you that you can be. As always, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, and a wonderful year. Good night, everybody.
Lights go down streams and thanks for time we spend. Laughs and smiles all through